So I am replaying Cyberpunk 2077 here in the Steam Deck. And because here's the thing, you see sometimes a lot of videos of people trying games on the Steam Deck, which is phenomenal. I think that's phenomenal, that's great, hey, I have no problems with that, cool. But the problem comes when you just try a game for 15 minutes or 10 minutes or even less, and you won't be able to see the problems that maybe playing that game on the Steam Deck can bring. Well, I have good news. Playing Cyberpunk on the Steam Deck is totally reliable. There are no problems, no issues I have seen. This is the Cyberpunk 2077 on the Steam Deck. And wow, yes, every little piece of footage you see in this video obviously is recorded by me and my own gameplay of the game. And yes, wow, this game is absolutely phenomenal. I played it originally back in December 2020 when it got released. I played it, I probably made like 4 playthroughs with this game throughout all these years, and I love it. I love this game, even though I know and I am aware of the false promises they made and all those little things, the bugs and the PlayStation 4 and Xbox versions that were trash. I know. But the game, I still love it. It is what it is. And now that I can play it portably on the Steam Deck, I love it even more. But something that is really interesting, something that really calls to my attention is that this game on the Steam Deck works better than on the PlayStation 4 and then on Xbox One. I can run this game on the low settings, low to medium settings. Some things are in medium, like the texture quality is on medium, shadow quality is in medium, volumetric lighting is in medium, so I have some things in medium. Wow, guys, this game runs at 30 FPS solid, like perfectly solid, like there's no moment. Drops to 27, 28 FPS in a very specific part of the game, but wow, it just works perfect. And I'm running the game not at full power on the Steam Deck. I can launch the game, and if you can see the settings here, right now I'm not running the game right now, but I'm running the game at 30 FPS, but I'm using the TDP limit at 10 watts. So I'm not running the Steam Deck at full power because I don't like running the Steam Deck at full power because I don't want to. I don't want this thing to be burning in my hands, and also because you don't need more. If you want to run the game at 30 FPS, that's enough. Just run the TDP limit at 10 watts, 30 FPS, low to medium settings, and you'll have a really good experience with Cyberpunk on the Steam Deck. The experience is really good. Wow, I even like configured one thing here, that is the gyroscope. I use the gyroscope on the Steam Deck while playing Cyberpunk, and that's so cool to be able to aim using the gyroscope is really fun, because yes, this joystick here is capacitive, so once you touch the joystick you activate the gyroscope, and yeah, it works pretty good. I love it. I really think it's a really good experience, and performance-wise it's a really good experience. But here comes the good news, and this is something that's gonna blow people's minds. I'm not running this game using the internal SSD of my Steam Deck because I have the 256 gigs version of the Steam Deck with the SSD and NVMe. Cool. No, I'm running this game using a MicroSD card. And ladies and gentlemen, I have good news. This thing works incredibly well. Now, it is true, loading screens take a bit too long. And when I'm saying too long, maybe 30 seconds, more or less. So, I mean, it's not that much, but hey, it's pretty good. I mean, running from a MicroSD card, this is pretty good. And I barely see any performance issues. Maybe when you're using a car, when you're driving and you're in the streets at full speed with your car, you will notice some little drops, some little FPS drops, or some stuttering every now and then because you're going so fast with your car that obviously the console has to catch up. It has to load the assets, has to load textures, etc. So you will see every now and then some small stutterings when you're going at full speed with your car in the middle of the city. And again, you're using here a microSD card. So I'm guessing that if I had the game installed in my SSD, I am guessing that I wouldn't have those stuttering problems. But right now I have them. I'm guessing it's just because of the microSD card. But again, those little stutterings are not enough, or they're not a big problem for me, because I barely notice them, and it's a very sporadic thing. It doesn't happen too much, so I don't care. But wow, graphically this thing looks really good on the Steam Deck. Graphics wise, it's insane. Performance wise, it's insane. And the experience is the same as in PC or as in console. Like you play the whole story, you play the whole game, all the missions, all the content is here on the go. I've been playing this, I was on the train playing Cyberpunk 2077, and it was unreal for me to think that I was playing this game on a train. Wow, because a lot of people are, sometimes they say, oh, instead of buying the Steam Deck, just grab a normal gaming laptop. I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, you can buy a more powerful laptop than this Steam Deck, obviously paying for way more, but yeah, you can. The problem is, a laptop is not as comfortable and as portable as this, because I pull this thing out of its case and I just play. For a laptop, you need to pull out the laptop, charge it, plug in a controller or plug in a mouse, and then play. So it's a more complicated situation, because in middle of a train or in middle of a bus, you can't grab a laptop. You just can't just pull out a laptop and just slam it there on top of a table and play games just like normal. It's really hard. You can in some very specific situations, but this thing is way more portable. You can't compare. And wow, for the power it offers, for the price the Steam Deck is, playing Cyberpunk right now is insane. And the game, by the way, right now, it's just a way to finish this video, the game improved a lot, like in terms of content, in terms of accessibility or user interface, quality of life things. The map is improved, the journal of your character is improved. You have some little extra things, like for example, you can now buy apartments, which before you couldn't do that, and now you can buy apartments. Some of them are pretty expensive, but that's the fun part of this game, right? Like buy things and collect things. You can collect cars, you can collect apartments now. I think that's really fun. It's an added layer to the game. It's a extra objective you have as a player, and I love it. I have 172 hours played in this game on Steam. On Xbox, I probably have around 60 hours. So this is insane. The game is so good. It barely has bugs nowadays. You will see some bugs, but you're not gonna see as much or as many bugs as you used to see before when this thing got released originally in December 2020. Now it's a way better experience, and wow, I can tell you guys, it's really good. You will see sometimes a character clipping through a car, or you will see a car suddenly exploding back there in the horizon, but the main experience won't be affected by any bugs, technically, and it's so good. And on Steam Deck, wow, it's just such a good experience. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a portable version of Cyberpunk, but I am. And that is unrealistic. The way Steam Deck changed my way of playing video games, because I am someone who travels a lot. I am a dancer. I'm working in a show right now. We are on tour right now, and I'm traveling a lot. So I just bring the Steam Deck with me, and man, playing Cyberpunk on the go. Or while I am in my dressing room before the show, I just play some Cyberpunk or some God of War or whatever. Incredible. This thing changed my life. It's insane. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me know in the comments down below what you think about Cyberpunk on the Steam Deck. Have you tried it, or are you interested on the Steam Deck? Are you gonna buy a Steam Deck, or do you have one already? Let me know. Boom. If you reached the end of the video, click the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notifications button so that YouTube will notify you whenever I upload a new video. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember, life is beautiful. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.